Dear viewers, Allah has said in the Holy Quran that every soul has to taste the taste of death. That is, for every living being in the universe, Allah has fixed the time and place of death, no one will get rid of it, and no one will be able to escape from it. In the same way, one day Devil Iblis will also die, but on that day, who will kill Devil Iblis? Devil will die in the world of conflict? Where will the devil's grave be built? How long will devil sleep in the sleep of death? In today's video, we will try to give you the answers to important questions in the light of Quran and Hadith. But must watch this valuable and informative video from beginning to end without skipping. Respected friends, when devil was expelled from paradise by Allah Almighty, he asked Allah Almighty for respite until the day of judgment so that I would not die before the day of judgment. Allah gave him respite for a certain period of time, which has been described in the Holy Quran as follows. He said, O Lord, give me respite until people are resurrected. He said, you are given respite for a known time. According to commentators, the known time will be the time when Hazrat Israfel will blow the trumpet for the first time. It is mentioned in the Islamic books that when the signs of the Day of Judgment are fulfilled, a scented air will pass under the armpits of the believers, from which all the believers will die, and then 40 years will pass after that, in which no child will be born. That is, the age of every human being will be at least 40 years. Since all Muslims will be dead, there will be infidels and polytheists left on earth. It is written in the well-known book of Islam, Tafsir Dur Manshur, on page number 70 that when 40 years have passed since the death of the believers, then Hazrat Israfel will blow the trumpet for the first time. In the beginning, his voice will be low and people will listen to his voice. Then it will increase so much that people's eardrums will burst, pus will start flowing from their nostrils and people will die. Man, jinn, angels and even Iblis will die. Exactly 40 years after that, Hazrat Israfel will blow the second trumpet, then all the dead will come back to life. Judgment will be established and the balance will be set. That is, Iblis will die at that time. There will be a period of 40 years between the blowing of the first trumpet and the second trumpet, and that Iblis will be dead for 40 years. Do you know how the devil will die and where the devil will spend 40 years in the dead state? Hazrat Ka'b says that when the time of death of Abul Bashar i.e. Hazrat Adam came, he was worried and asked Allah Almighty that, O Allah, my eternal enemy will be happy with my death because I am about to die and he will live until the day of judgment. At the same time, Hazrat Israel appeared in the service of Hazrat Adam and said, O Abul Adam, you will live in paradise after death, while devil will stay in this world until the day of judgment. And then 40 years before the day of judgment, he will die in such a way that he will suffer the pain of death as much as the people of the whole world, and then hell will be his abode. Allah Almighty will say to the King of Death that he wears the clothes of my wrath and anger and capture the soul of devil and make devil more severe than all humans and jinns. When kingdom of death will come full of wrath and anger with many angels to seize the soul of devil, whoever sees them from the earth and the sky will die immediately. When Malik Alamat reaches devil, he will roar and cry. Then devil will be given the pain of death, which will be more than the pain of death of all creation. Dear colleagues, after that, devil will panic and run towards the east, sometimes towards the west, but on every side he will find the kingdom of death in front of him. He will hide in the sea, but the sea will not give him a place. Devil will run towards the sky, then the angels appointed there will whip him with fire. After which devil will go to the grave of Hazrat Adam and then he will stand on the grave of Hazrat Adam and say, O Adam, because of you I became cursed and rejected, I wish you had never been born. Then devil will say to kingdom of death that with how much difficulty and pain you will take my life. So will say that, all those who are in hell with more hardship and suffering than death. On hearing this, devil will start screaming and run around screaming and will reach the place where he took his first step after leaving paradise. That place will be red like coals of fire and the earth will become like sparks. Until then, the company of angels will surround the devil, and these angels will tear the devil with bees and saws. As long as Allah wills it, devil will remain a victim of the wrath of death. And there will be chains of hell. Then the life will be extracted from the chain of hell. Allah will be said to Hazrat Adam and Hazrat Hawa that look at your enemy how he is dying of humiliation. If they see it, they will say, O Allah, you have completed your blessing on us. Devil will stay in these pits of hell for 40 years and his grave will be here.